Hi, this is Stephen with Fairs MI, and this is a dedicated learning video for the Arizona Exposition and State Fair. This particular video has to do with the new map that we've made for the All Grounds and what we may want to do as a follow-up on this particular map. One of the things is to create new close-up views, ones that we don't have already in our drop down. So there may be a particular area or a new event that's come on the schedule that is in a particular area of the all grounds that we want to isolate for a single view. So let's get started with that. The way we do that for you is to create, and let me load it up here, is a red square that we load in. There it is. And we're going to go to our booth layout tab, and we're going to make sure that our single booth move is checked so that we can move the square around. And then what we're going to do is we're going to resize this square. So I'm going to isolate this particular area right here. Now when this square resizes, it does it from the upper left hand corner to the lower right hand corner. So what I do is I go down to the single booth control, and I reset the size. And I can pretty much just guess. I'm going to hit 500. Whoops. I'm going to hit 500 for the width, and I'm going to hit OK. Now that's not quite long enough to isolate our view. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit it again. I'm going to make it 800, and I'm going to hit OK. Then I recenter it exactly what I want. Now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, well, I need a little more height in this too. So I drag it upward, and I reset the length for 400. Now I'm pretty satisfied with that as a good isolated view that I want to put in my library. So once I've done that and I'm satisfied with that, I go to my files, I go to my Save Personal folder, and then what I would do is put a file name in here. I think I would start with the word new, underscore, then I would do the name of the view that I want it to come up with in the upper right hand corner. So the title for that particular view. And then I would hit OK and save that. Now let's take a look at maybe a larger view. Let's say I want this whole corridor here. So I drag it up here. I give myself, go into the booth layout tab. I'm going to give myself a little more width again. I'm going to hit that at 500. And really all I'm doing is taking I'm so sorry, I'm goofing up today. Let's make it 900 for the width. And then for the length, we're really just taking a guess and working up to it. So I'm going to go ahead and say 2,000 feet. And I hit OK. That's way too big. So now we're going to make it 1,500 feet. That's getting closer. And now I'm going to make it 1,300 feet. And that's great. So now when I drag it around, I make sure that all the perimeters include the areas that I want to see, and I actually give it a little more than the active area, just so we know we have some idea of what buildings and such are on the edge. So I'm going to look at this one more time, and I see that this area down here on the lower left, I want to include a little more of that. So I drag it over here, and then again I go into my files, I go into my personal folder, save, and what I would do is save it with the word new, underscore, and then the title or the label that I want for that particular area close up. And then I save it. And what happens here is that you let me know that you've saved some area close-ups that you'd like, and I'm able to go into your folder and see exactly the area that you want to include in your drop-down. Now one of the other tasks we need to do here is look at our existing close-ups, because we haven't made any upgrades of these. These still have the old map on them, but it's because of the time it takes, it's to our advantage for you to look through this list and let us know if there's anything on this list that you don't use currently, or that it's okay to use the older version. But when you identify one of these or more labels that you would like to have upgraded to the new map, and you can choose all of them, you let us know, and then we'll begin to upgrade those maps also with these close-up views.